Hi everyone, my name is Chris Natton and I'm a human performance coach. And today I want to talk about my favorite metric to look at on daily fitness trackers. Now, there are several trackers out there. I use the Oura Ring, there's a Garmin, there's the Apple Watch, there's Fitbit, there's Whoop, there's a ton of them out there. And each one of these fitness trackers gives you basic parameters. It shows you sleep scores, it shows you readiness or stress or recovery scores. And these things allow you to go out into the day prepared and kind of schedule what you're going to do that day, what type of lifestyle interventions you're going to use in order to optimize your readiness for the next day. Now, when you use the Oura Ring, I'll show you the app, but it gives you very general scores for both sleep and also readiness. Now, each one of these biometric devices, now they use algorithms to come up with those scores, right? And each one varies. And I'm going to go in another video, I'm going to tell you about how those algorithms are different, which ones I like, which ones I don't like. But today, we're really going to focus on that one metric, the one go-to metric. If you had anything else to go on, I would go on this one, okay? And that is, it's your resting heart rate, okay? And I'll tell you why here in a minute. Now, what I do is when I first wake up in the morning, I always pick up my phone, I look at my sleep score. I just bring up the home screen, it's got your readiness, and it's got your sleep score. And these are general numbers, like I said, but they're good guidelines by which to go by. Now, my readiness is 86. Anything above 85 is good with the Oura Ring. My sleep score was 88, so I knew I slept well. And now, like I said, there's algorithms involved that give you these numbers. And so we really want to be targeted to understand how truly ready we really are and how our previous lifestyle activities are actually preparing us for the day. And what I'm going to show you here is my favorite metric. And what I'm going to do is on the Oura Ring, I'm going to go to the sleep, and of course I look at all this data and I scroll down to my most favorite item, most valuable item, and that's right here. It's your resting heart rate. And specifically when your lowest resting heart rate occurred that evening. And here you can see mine fell at about 4 a.m. in the morning, about 2.5 hours before I woke. Now, ideally, you want that number to fall 4 to 6 hours before your wake time. Now, for me, my perfect time is between 2 and 4 a.m. and I know I'm ready. And so today, my readiness score is pretty accurate because of the way this fell. Now, I'd like to see my heart rate come back up before I wake up. And if it doesn't, it's going to lead to potential grogginess in the morning. And I did feel a little bit of that this morning, but not entirely. So this is really some of the nuances of how to use this data, how to determine your specific readiness for the day, and what lifestyle interventions you can use in order to optimize this score. Now, what can I do in order to improve my heart rate going up? Well, one thing that I can do is exercise at a different time of day the day before. Now, yesterday was my rest day, so it was a little bit different, and it has to do with sleep and activity balance. Now, to give you an example, when I had the Oura Ring looks at compounded data over time to give you this readiness score. Now, I had a time where I was very balanced in both my rest and my activity, leading up to a day where I was perfect timing on my workout, my pre-workout routine, the time of day that I worked out, and my post-workout routine, and not to mention my sleep that evening, where my resting heart rate, my lowest resting heart rate, fell exactly 2 a.m., which was perfect for me, and I was totally ready for the next day. It sets you up for success in the following days. Now, an example on the flip side of that was my rest and activity were pretty well balanced, but then that evening I took a slow released tablet of melatonin. Now, my body does not burn melatonin efficiently, so I woke up groggy and I had similar to what that was, except my lowest resting heart rate happened at 6 a.m., 20 minutes before I woke up. Now, that day, I was totally less than optimal and was not at my best performance level. Okay, so that gives me an indicator of these specific lifestyle interventions that I use on that day and the days previous leading up to that day that can then give me a result for that morning. Okay, now this is how we correlate the data that we see daily on our Oura Ring app or whatever device you use, and correlating that with the lifestyle interventions and how you're timing your sleep, how you're timing your workouts, all of these things, all these little nuances that we take for granted combine to give us the optimal potential for performance in that day and days after. Okay, so this is just one of the things that I wanted to share with you today. I'm going to do more videos on fitness tracking devices, how some of the devices and their algorithms are different, and so how to read those different scores, whether it be readiness or stress or sleep, and how to correlate those with your daily activity. And I'll share more of the metrics that are involved in this app as well as others and how to use them.